We are live, episode 8. Officially, last episode I called episode 8 was actually only episode 7. So we are episode 8 running live. Gary, going to start with you.
Uh-oh. All right. I guess you want to know my quote.
Yes, sir. Please do. You don't have to do such a sexy voice either.
The real crime would be not to finish what we started.
That sounds all sorts of wrong.
Well, I picked it. Yeah, sounds like me.
Got a hint. Give us a hint.
It's in a comic, Spider-Man, but it's not Spider-Man.
I honestly don't know. Green Goblin, that's all I would say, but
What about you?
I would say probably Doc Ock in the second one.
That's it. Doc Ock.
Doc Ock. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, Paul, Midwest Comic Man, go ahead.
All right, my quote is, "None of you seem to understand. I'm not locked in here with you. You're locked in here with me."
Oh, that is Watchmen, and that is I can't think of his name. Rorschach.
Yes, it is.
And then me, Huey's Comics. You've got me. Who's got you?
Oh.
1980s movie.
Superman.
That is Superman. That was my best Lois Lane I could do. So, everybody who's just joining us, welcome to our combined channel. So this is the first time we've been on our combined channel doing our live show. Plan on doing the auction here tomorrow night. Vince is not with us tonight. He has some stuff to do. Kirby's on baby duty, and Mike, good old Spectacular Spider Grandpa, is at a One Direction concert enjoying it up. He said he was going to be doing a live video from that concert here pretty soon, so check his channel, go see if he has a live video of 1D. I think is it Harry Styles is no longer there with him? I don't know. I talked to my teenage daughter to probably let me know. But we'll go ahead and jump right into our comic reviews for the week. We'll start with the Justice League Rebirth. Gary, we'll start with you.
Justice League Rebirth. I will have to tell you that I have never read Justice League in my life ever. And I actually enjoyed it, with all the characters in it. I picked this because of that. I wanted to see how they came together. Trying to find it to where you can... I like the artwork. I think it's amazing in this book. There's some parts with faces they kind of mess up when they're in certain, like actually right there. It doesn't look very good, but I mean, other than that, the artwork's pretty good. The story's great. Superman's figuring out if he should help or whatnot, but it's got a lot going on. I'm catching this, and I'm actually going to pick up a few more, and I hope it continues to do what this one did.
All right, Paul, how about you?
Yeah, I liked it too. I thought, also the art was pretty good, aside from a few unfortunate faces. The kind of jumped right into the story, and I wasn't quite sure everything that was going on at the start. And I was like, did I miss something? But then I just, said, what the hell, let's just read it and see what happens. And it's definitely got me interested in seeing what happens next.
Okay. They say that a lot of good this is a good starting point for a lot of people who haven't read the books, but like I said, I was kind of confused on what was going on jumping into the book, what was story leading up to it. I mean, I don't know anything about the other Supermans either, so that's kind of a little bit confusing for me. The art wasn't... I didn't care for the art very much. Wonder Woman did not look good in a few of those panels.
Talking about.
She looked pretty rough, and I think the last page would have been cool. It says we are the Justice League. Don't mess with us. Pretty much.
Yeah.
It would have been cooler if that was a brand new group. I mean, Justice League's been around for a long time, so I'm assuming they've said that they've kind of been in that pose before. But for me, I'm actually going to blast it. I will pick up issue 1 though, I think and follow through and just kind of see where it is. But this issue, I would blast it.
Well, I think the reason they did that was for new people like myself. I've never read it before. I do know. Okay, people's having hard problems trying to find our show.
Who's saying that?
Bruce Zayas.
Uh-oh. We can maybe send Bruce a message. We posted it all over Facebook. I just posted a link on Facebook.
I messed up because I should have done a live video letting it know. The league, I did get thrown off at the beginning of it. Here's the deal. What you need to learn to know about, I don't know a whole lot about it either, but what I figured out was the Superman. If you read the Superman issues, which I missed out on, but I did read one of them, I haven't actually picked up a physical copy. You know about actually where the boy fried the cat and all that, and they're talking about how they were trying to start a new life and yada yada yada. If I'm not mistaken, that's them in this book. So the other Superman's supposed to be dead or whatnot. And so why do I keep looking at Midwest? You need to get off my computer screen.
Are you clicked on his face?
No, I think it's the wind in there. It's like.
Oh.
But
I think you got something for me. That's all.
no, I think these Supermen though. The reason that we get lost, I think it has to do with we need to read some of the Superman rebirths a little bit to get caught up on that. In my opinion.
Did you send Bruce a message saying that the link was on the Facebook page?
Oh, I will now.
Yeah, I was hoping that people weren't going to get confused and lost in that, but
I was going
thought
to
it
do
was
video today and I didn't. I should have done one last night. My bad.
okay. Well, so we'll go to jump into Batman #2. We'll start with you, Paul.
Yeah, definitely like this book. I mean, the art was great. Storyline. I actually missed Batman 1. I haven't read it yet, but I'm interested in this whole thing with Gotham and Gotham Girl. I'm like, who are they? And but it touches all the standard Batman points. It has all the standard things like they're talking to him and all of a sudden he's gone. So it's one of those. I'm gonna stash it and follow the storyline for a couple issues and see where it goes.
Yeah, I'm definitely stashing that one as well. I did like how they were fighting Grundy, right? I think that's Grundy at the beginning of the book, and the Gotham people. They were like having a hard time with the Batman. Just comes in and kicks his ass like in one move and says, you guys are sloppy. But yeah, it was definitely a good book. I'm definitely going to be picking and continue to follow Batman. How about you there, Gary?
Batman, I tell you what, I think I like this Batman character, and I like these other two characters too that they got going on with Batman, called Gotham Girl and Gotham Boy, and I'm kind of digging them down here, in this old hillbilly state that I live in, and I kind of wish that we had like people like this around here. It's kind of cool to watch them, do what they do. And I like this real big guy when this comic actually starts out. You can see it right there. That big fat guy's running around making jokes of him. I think it's fucking hilarious, man. And on that note, the dude at the beginning, he's running around. He's like, married on Wednesday, took it all on Thursday. And he's just like running around doing that for me. I was like, this is pretty cool. He was like, grew worse on Friday, died on Saturday. I'm like, what? So he's just like making a joke while they're trying to beat him up, and it's hilarious. And then Batman gets some super strength out of nowhere, and it's just like, boom, let the boys be boys. He reminded me of Simonics there for a minute, but I really like it. I can't wait to watch. I want to watch the next episode. I want to read the next issue and see where it goes from there. I think if all of them team up well, it's going to go great, and they're going to have a big McCracken coming at them, I think, in the next issue, so I'm ready for
it. Vince had one of these he was giving away. I'm not sure if it was the variant or was the regular cover. I was going to ask who was that main character at the beginning of the book, but Buckshot 33 has already chimed in on that, so let's find another question for him, and I'd want to. People who've already read the book, they already know the stuff. Let's think. Who? Oh man, this could go way back. This would be the oldies here. So I guess in for the Batman issue 2, who played Batman in the 1966 Batman TV show? So the first person to put that answer up will get a issue of that Batman number 2. So we'll just watch the chat and see who's got that. And then that was it for that one. Oh, Adam West is British geeky guy.
So that's it. You got it wrote down?
Yep.
Right.
I'm a Batman 2.
And the winner is Liddy.
Okay, so on to our next issue, which is Superman 2. I never have been a fan of Superman. Never really got into any of his books. I mean, I was a teenager when Death of Superman came out. I read those, got a little bit excited about that just because it was such a big issue. And I'm really digging these new Superman. I love the art. I love the fact his son is in there. He's kind of like a father-son moment where they're going out. He's trying to teach him how to control his powers and what he's doing. And I thought it was a really good story, and I'm looking forward to that. I don't know who the main character was at that end. That's one thing I don't know. But I'm definitely going to stash Superman and continue reading that as well. Gary, how about you?
Like I said, I didn't pick up any of the Superman. I only read one. I'm kind of kicking myself in the butt. Right now, they're just as far as the rest, right? They got like 2 number 1s now and a number 2 out. Is that what they got going on?
For Superman?
Yeah.
2 number 1s and 2 number 2. What did you say?
No, 2. They all have 2 number 1s.
With the rebirth and then yeah.
So is Superman on number 2 now?
Yeah.
Yes.
So I would have to go probably spend $50 just to get caught up. I'm with you. I wasn't always always thought, I'll just say it. I always thought Superman was a pussy, so I didn't want to read these books. I watched a couple movies, growing up. I was like, he's alright, he's cool. He goes into a phone booth instead of getting changed, he pulls out a tight outfit. But I did read one of the Supermen and I actually liked it. And so now I'm kind of kicking myself in the ass for not picking it up. I wish I would have bought the Superman instead of the damn Wonder Woman, old shitty-ass comic book. But no, sorry.
Lay off Wonder Woman. Buckshot 33 says you still get number 1 for cover price. I do have the second prints out there. At least you can jump in and grab that and read the story from there.
Yeah.
Paul, how about you for Superman 2?
Like everybody else, I mean, how can you really get into a character when he's the most powerful being in the universe? But I also definitely like this one and definitely going to stash it. I really like the interplay between him and his son, like you said, the father-son moments. And also, much like Boondock Saints, anytime a cat meets an unfortunate end, it's funny.
Yeah.
So.
I played that you talk about Boondock Saints, I played that one little scene for my son. He's 16 years old, dude. He busted up laughing. He says, I got to watch the rest of the movie. And I said, okay, well, I don't know. We'll slow down just a little bit. I don't know if we'll be doing that. But yeah, I thought it was good, too. Okay. Green Lanterns number 2. Do you pick up that, Paul?
Yes, I did.
Go ahead and start with you.
I missed number 1, haven't read it yet. I haven't read it yet, but I read number 2. Because I knew we were going to do it tonight. Good art, and the storyline is definitely interesting. It's kind of like she's discovering her powers and everything. Got into that, and of course, when she talked about taking a shower, the first thing I could hear in my head was Mike saying, "Excuse me, guys, I'll be in my bunk." But I just definitely like the storyline. It's interesting finding her try to not only discover her powers but control them. She doesn't really control them yet.
Yeah, I'll go ahead and jump in. So yeah, I definitely enjoyed it too. Green Lantern was a comic I never really read either as a kid. In fact, almost any DC I didn't read. But it's definitely, I like the team dynamics between the two. They both have their flaws. They both have their strong points. You know, it's a very yin yang kind of between them. You know, where she doesn't really know how to control her powers. Neither does Simon either, but he just goes balls to the wall and just overcompensates for that. But I thought it was a really good book, and I'm looking forward to the rest of it. I had actually posted the pic on our chat earlier about that main splash page, and I was if you can see it there, like that's a whole lot of man spreading going on, and you know, I just thought that was funny. Dude's legs were just wide open. It's kind of a cool pic, but it's like, wow, dude, you know, you didn't have to be like that, I guess. Kind of very uncomfortable looking, but it's definitely got to. I'm stashing that book and I'm going to finish up and follow that through. How about you, Vince?
He's not with us right now.
Oh, Vince, I'm sorry. Gary, how about you, Gary? I should have said Mike because that would have made more sense.
No, Mike's busy right now.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's got the Green Lantern in the bathroom at the One Direction concert. No, man, I have to tell you, like, for real, this is for Mike right here. Baby's got back. Serious. Dun, 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 dun. Anyways, I really enjoy this. I'm stashing. I don't care what anybody says. Freaking dude's face turns into Satan off the hook. Love the shit. I can't wait to see what goes on. I like that this chick is like chilled out. She was, she has emotional issues too. She was paranoid, anxious, stayed at home. Her sister kind of tried to get her going, more outgoing. Then she got the ring, so she kind of had to leave her apartment. That's just, all the way up to now. But anyhow, I really like that about her, and I like that he's just like a don't give a shit, blow it all up, type of dude. And like they said in the comic, I think they're both going to find each other's middle, and once they do, they're going to be like an unstoppable team, in my opinion. So, I'm definitely stashing. I can't wait to get more. And what is it about them? Look at that. No more tight asses. Anyhow, go ahead.
I think you're going to need a little alone time too. I called you Mike that time. Damn it! You're going to need a little alone time too. So I guess we'll jump into. So like I said, Vince had tons of stuff he was giving away tonight.
Yeah.
He was going to give away Superman #2. Let's think of a good question. Anybody have a good question for Superman? For that issue.
Real quick.
Oh, we could even go back to the TV for Superman too.
Yeah.
Who played Superman in the TV series from? I think that was from the 60s or late 50s as well. So the first person to put that in the comments will get a Superman #2. See if anybody. I don't see any new comments yet.
Come on, guys.
We'll just go move on. Let's see if somebody posted on.
Dean Cain.
Not Dean Cain. That's Lois and Clark. Lois and Clark? Lewis and Clark? Lois and Clark? Lois and Clark, not Lewis. We don't need Lewis and Clark. We don't need to find the West Coast here.
Richard Donner. What was your question again?
Who played Superman in the? I think RMG Geek guy. I think it was George Reeves.
Yes, he is correct.
Yep. So it is RMG Geeked for Superman #2.
There you go.
Because Christopher Reeves played in movie. Okay.
Maybe you should have told us the questions he had planned before we do this, because we're giving them all away before we get to them.
What's that?
I said you should have told us what questions Vince picked before we got through the reviews, because now we're giving away all the answers in the middle and we have to come up with something new.
Yeah. Oh, I don't know. Like, if people haven't read the book, they're not going to know a question from the book, so I wasn't sure. So, and Vince said, hey, it's up to you, man. Make up the questions or whatever you want to do. Aquaman #2, I'll start with that one. I think I blasted the first issue, but I really wanted to kind of see where it was going, so I did pick up issue 2. Too bad Mike wasn't here. He'd probably have a great, awesome review for this. But for me, it just didn't do anything for me. And
What's that? What book?
Aquaman 2.
Yeah.
I mean, it had a pretty cool fight. Like the whole moral dilemma: if you kill me, blah blah blah. It does have a cameo. I think it's a cameo of someone at the end too, and I don't know the character's name. But overall, I don't think I like the issue, and I don't think I'm picking up issue 3 unless somebody decides we need to review issue 3 on this show. So I'm blasting Aquaman number 2. Gary, do you pick up that one?
No, I'm trying to actually look over the whole Aquaman deal. He kind of reminds me, that he got his little bedazzler out when they made his outfit. I mean, come on now. Bedazzle. Anyway.
They probably call it something different in
he's a dude fish. I don't know. Just.
And now RME Geek is like, what? Haters on Aquaman? Yeah, sorry. Okay, how about you, Paul?
I'm getting used to the artwork. Storyline was okay, but as soon as they got to that spot where it was just the two of them and they were having the damned if you do, damned if you don't conversation, I'm like, okay, this has gotten completely predictable.
Yeah.
I think I'm going to give it one more issue and see where it goes. So it's kind of a very, very tentative stash at this point.
It's a soft stash.
That's what she said.
I knew it would come up somewhere, and I knew Gary would be the one to say it. So, okay, so the last one we have on our list is Throwaways. I know you picked it up, Paul, so I want to go and start with you.
Oh my God, the art was awful. Awful, awful, awful. I thought the storyline could save it, but I don't know. It's got some potential, but I don't know if I'm going to pick up the next one. I just couldn't. A lot of times I can get over bad art for a story, but the story just isn't strong enough to overcome that art.
Yeah. I'm the same way. The story didn't really grab me very much. I mean, it was okay, but it wasn't enough for me to really. The combination of the story and the art wasn't enough, definitely, for me to pick up issue 2. So, Throwaways is going to be a throwaway for me. So, Gary, you didn't pick up that one? Because I know you asked a question when I said throwaway. You said, what? What's that?
Yeah,
you didn't know what it was.
Yeah, no, I didn't even hear about that one. So,
based on the review, I don't think you'll be picking it up.
Yeah, I was too busy looking up. I was trying to find Satan's Sodomy Baby and all that stuff.
To take one step back, so he had another giveaway for Aquaman number 2. So the first person to name the main villain in that issue, everybody should know it from the cover, gets that issue. So on the chat, go ahead and jump in there and do that.
Do what?
Who was the main villain in the last Aquaman? There we go. British Geeky Guy got that one as well. Was Vince giving it to the same person?
I don't think so. He didn't last time. I think he stopped doing that. I think he was trying.
Yeah, so now it's whoever gets it fastest.
Yeah.
There may not be a bunch of people.
R&B Geek got it too, but he's already got a book too.
Yeah. There may not be a bunch of people in here tonight because it's a new page. It's our first time on here.
We got 9. We got 9 viewers right now.
Somebody put in those 2 words that the other 2 guys put in.
Not that one, noob.
What?
So, guys, British Geeky Guy already won, and so did RMG Geeked. So the next person to type in their answers wins Aquaman number 2, issue 2.
Uh-oh.
Maybe they're the only 2 that wanted it.
Maybe.
No, I don't think there's very many. I think it has to do with, there's not a lot of people subscribed or came over here yet. And, it's not like usual, so I don't know.
We had 40.
I know Buckshot's out there.
Yeah. There we go. Bruce Zayas got it. Yeah, Aquaman. Number 2. Okay. So now we're going to jump into just any issues that we had picked up this week that were not on our list. Gary, let's start with you.
Woohoo! I picked up a shitload of books. Let's see. I picked up Satan's Sodomy Baby, which I don't know if I'm going to keep it or flip it. And that's why it's still in the bag. And then I have, these are old, but they were for me. I got my 2 copies of Unleashed. She ordered a month ago. When everybody thought they were out, no, they wasn't. She actually ordered them from the publisher. So go figure. I don't know how. I got Totally Awesome Hulk number 8. I have a lot of books. They're everywhere. Now these are just pulls that came out this week, correct? And I have Moon Knight number 4. Haven't had a chance to read this yet. So I can't wait to read this. And I have Punisher number 3. So, I got a lot more comic books, but Oh yeah, can't leave this shit out. Yabba dabba doo.
What was your opinion on that? Did you read that one yet?
I haven't had a chance to read. The only ones I've got to read so far is the ones we went over, man. Everything's been busy, kind of hectic, going on. I haven't had a chance yet. I think I need to read some comic books, though, and do some reviews.
How about you, Paul? Did you pick up any other books that weren't on the list we reviewed, and what you thought of them, if you read them?
I haven't had a chance to read any of them yet, but I got the Spider-Man 15, and I got Walking Dead, of course. I think everybody got that. And I think I picked up the 4001 AD Shadow Man book. I haven't had a chance to read any of them yet. And I did get the Flintstones.
See, I couldn't do any more Hanna-Barbera. I bought the 3. The Scooby-Doo was okay, but I couldn't just do it. I couldn't pull the trigger on Flintstones. I just couldn't do it.
I was looking over a review, and they're saying that the Flintstones is nothing like the cartoon. The kids are teenagers now. They said that they weren't even pretty much they weren't even in issue 1. And
yeah, I did flip through it, and I didn't see any of the kids.
So I don't know if I'm going to like it or not. I was hoping more of the cartoon. They're acting like it's more serious, that they're different personalities, and I ain't even read it. But I can't base I'm hoping not to base my opinion on it by someone else's anyway. So.
Yeah, the only one that was, I think, close to the cartoon was that first one with, what was it called? With, all I can think of is his buddy's name, Haji.
Johnny Quest?
Johnny Quest, yeah. So Johnny Quest was a Future Quest, that's what it was. So those stories were kind of fairly close to the cartoon. The other ones were nowhere near. So what are the ones that I pick up? I picked up the Satan Sodomy Baby 2 issue as well. I actually opened it and read it. I hated it. I love the cover. Absolutely love the cover on there. But I hated the book. So, in fact, I was actually going to give this away tonight.
Uh-oh.
So, huh?
I said, uh-oh.
Yeah, uh-oh. So, what you need to do in the comment section to win Satan Sodomy Baby 2, who is the writer, I think he's an artist too, as well as another comic that he writes and draws. So name that in the comments and you win the lovely Sodomy Baby 2 issue, and I'll get that out to you. I picked up Renato Jones number 3. It was okay. I think it's kind of losing its Flair for me. I'm not sure if I'm going to end up picking up. Oh, well, we got two. We needed both parts.
You gotta have both parts together, guys. First one.
Gotta have both parts together. Yep. See, people are pumping in the one part, not the second. So I need the who he is and an issue.
Together.
Oh, see?
Together. Oh, this is funny. You gotta type it all in one sentence.
One sentence.
There.
There we go. I'll give it to comic book villain.
That was great. Yeah. Oh, that was good.
Oh man, a lot of people are chiming in now. I picked up Walking Dead 156, of course. I picked up a few extra copies of this, and that's something I think we're going to talk about here in a little bit. I did go pick up some Invincible Iron Man 2, issue 9, which was, if you know anything about it, was a big issue, and Amazing Spider-Man 15. Although I haven't read any of the issues, I just love the cover and wanted to pick that up. So, since we don't have Mike, he did give me some information, though, regarding the Grandpa's Funko Corner. He said that GameStop is now taking pre-orders for the Duck Dodger Funko Pops that are supposed to be released. I'm not sure when they're going to be released, but he said definitely if you're interested in those, go to GameStop and get those pre-ordered now. So, on to some comic news. So Fox is eyeing a spring 2017 start date for Gambit. So I guess that's back on that.
Uh-oh.
Yes, Duck Dodger. David Benavidez. So Gambit is back on the docket to start shooting in spring of next year. What do you guys think of a solo Gambit movie? Do you think they're going to end up yanking it again, or what? We'll start with you, Gary.
I have no idea about it.
You even know who's going to play Gambit?
I don't know anything. I don't even know a lot about Gambit. Damn it.
Channing Tatum's supposed to be playing Gambit. I guess he's been.
You gotta be kidding me, right?
Well, he's gonna do his Magic Mike thing out there. It's what he's gonna do.
That's totally going to destroy that. No, I did read the what was it? Deadpool and something, Gambit or something. Or was that something else? Anyways, I don't know. I just don't see him playing anything, like that. I don't know. Throw him in another damn movie, not in a. Give him a pole, not a superhero outfit.
Okay, how about you, Paul? What do you think of a Gambit solo movie, and do you think they're gonna keep it on the docket or yank it again?
Oh, I think it'll get yanked again. I think that eventually it's going to be a race against time to see if they can do it before Channing Tatum needs a walker.
Yeah. I don't see Gambit as the main star in a movie. I see him as a supporting character. I think that's how he would fit better in that. I guess it'd be the Fox universe now. But I just don't see a solo movie working well for him unless he is doing his Magic Mike thing in the middle of the movie, maybe to get the ladies in there. I don't know.
I mean, correct me if I'm wrong. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't think he's near as popular as he used to be.
Yeah, he is.
Is he?
He's gonna be in there yanking his Gambit. That's what he's gonna be doing.
Pulling his ace.
Yeah.
So the other one. So just some comic news. So I think you've read Walking Dead 156, Paul.
I glanced through it. I mean, I don't want to read the whole thing yet because I'm just now trying to catch up on the comic book and started at number 1, and I'm only up to number 65 or so. So I just kind of flipped through it and looked at it, and I saw the end of it and went, "Holy shit!"
Yeah. So that was my question. What do you think it's going to do to change the future of the book? But I think we'll have to just go back to that some other time. And the other big piece of news is a new Iron Man or Iron Woman. There's been a lot of controversy around it.
Yes.
What's your opinion on a woman taking over the Iron Man or Iron Woman? I don't know how you want to call it. What you want to call it now? the mantle of the Iron Person. We'll start with you, Paul.
I have no problem with diversity and all this, but create new characters. I mean, I don't know that this forced diversity with characters that have been the same for over 40, 50 years is necessarily a good thing. I mean, if it was happening to one or two characters, that would be okay, but it seems like we're getting towards the point where are we going to have anybody original left?
I guess it's a good springboard into bringing it back, the original character, and starting over new series. How about you, Gary? What do you think of is it Riki? I don't even know how to pronounce her name. Whatever, she's taking over Iron Man mantle. What do you think of that, Gary?
Is this it?
That would be it, yeah.
Flip, bitches! Look, I have to do. This is for my homie Simplify. I'm gonna have to. Let me try to do his thing for a minute. Just everybody on the speculator train. Toot toot. That's for you, Simplify. No, I don't really much have a problem with it. I have a problem when they do it all the time with everything. Iron Man, my opinion. Now, a lot of people are going to get pissed at me, but to be honest about it, I'm kind of tired of old Tony Stark anyway. That's even though I haven't read a lot, but as far as movies go, he's an arrogant asshole. And, yeah, I mean, you need something new. I tell you what I would like to see is him to stay in there, put this chick in there, and let them beat the shit out of each other. Have her to run the villains, him to run the good peeps, and just blast. That's what I'd like to see.
Comic Book Villain asks where Simplify is. He is out. He said he wasn't going to be able to make it this evening, so we're kind of trying to run the contest and from how he would run it. So that gets me kind of back to, oh man, he had another one, Deadpool team up. Or I guess it's a Marvel team up, Deadpool and the Watcher, 884, I think. A Scotty Young cover. He wanted to give that away as well.
Really?
So why don't we do who played Deadpool in the most recent, I guess it would be the only Deadpool movie that just came out last year. Who played Deadpool in the movie? And first person to post that in the chat gets that one.
But you can't be a current winner already up tonight.
Yeah, that's correct. Thank you. Oh, Ryan Reynolds for David Benavides.
Hey, you know who I think would make a good one if they ever actually did a movie with a female Iron Man, but she might be, reached her peak by the time it comes around?
What's that?
Halle Berry.
She's a tad old now.
I'm just saying, Halle Berry would be sexy as shit as a female Iron Man.
The girl can act, but I think playing a 15-year-old girl is a little past her age at this point.
Yeah.
Yeah, look, they don't always make them, the same age, or whatever in a movie. So, Halle Berry. No, not Beyonce. She's too snooty. No, Halle Berry.
Plus, ask Halle Berry how well playing a superhero worked out for her.
Yeah, but that's Catwoman. This is different. Look, ain't no different. She can't be no worse than the dude playing Tony Stark. So I mean,
he had a couple other books too, but I think I'm gonna wait for him to get back to do those.
Yeah.
So on to I guess some other quick news is I want to show you this here. He really wanted me to do an unboxing tonight, but I told him he deserved his own private video. So this was actually from Vince, this big ass box. So all I got to say is, Vince, dude, you filled my box. Okay, and Gary, you can come in with any other comment you want, but Vince, baby, you filled my box. So,
I'm jealous,
dude. I definitely think that deserves a private video.
I think it does too. So,
yeah, like
but
that don't even need to be on YouTube.
Yeah, don't give me the link to that one.
Like, can I just like blow and tickle your box? I mean, would that be just as good as filling it, or does it?
at least my comment was you could have taken it the other way. You totally went overboard with that, man. There's no other. Can't take that the other way.
There's no second interpretation for that one.
No double entendre there at all. Bam, there it is.
That's how you like me now.
So let's go into some shout-outs real quick. I know Simplify got a hold of me and asked me to do a couple shout-outs for him. One was for Kanashi Yoshi, I believe that's how you pronounce the channel. He says he's fairly new, and Vince finally got him convinced to do his first video. So definitely go check him out. I'll see if I can get his link down below as soon as we get this posted. And you wanted to give a shout out to Hippie Nerd. And those are the two for him. How about you, Gary? Do you have any shout outs for anybody tonight?
Oh, shit. You had to put me. I'd shout out everybody, man. There's been a lot of people coming around that is new to the community, or maybe they've been laying low. RMG Geek is finally out doing his things more. He does do great videos. We all know about the other guys that are in there. Comic Book Villain, he does some good videos as well. There is some other people. I don't have it pulled up right now to look, but there is some people that I would actually shout out to. Just I don't have it up right now because they don't have very many views, and it would be cool if they get some. So if you want to go ahead and maybe come back to me real quick.
Okay. I'll let you do your research there. Paul, how about you?
I got a couple shout-outs for a couple guys that I met in one of the off-air hangouts, and I've been checking out their stuff. They don't have a ton of viewers, but they seem to have some pretty good stuff. One of them is GDJ Rob, and the other one is called I Have Issues. And I also just want to give a quick shout-out to Undisputed Frost for giving me my biggest laugh of the week. Won't go further into that, but...
Yes, Frost does need a shout-out for that. And for me, I have a couple. So I have a contest right now. I've actually gained quite a few more subs from that contest. And some of the people that have recently subbed to me, definitely these guys are below 100, and I definitely like to promote those guys because, it's all about community and about helping each other out. One is Funko Poppers. He does a lot of Funko stuff. He had a pretty funny video talking in the contest videos talking about how nicely my beard is and stuff like that. It was pretty funny. And then the other guy is Adam2050. He does some unboxings. He's fairly new. I think he only has like 4 or 5 subs. Definitely go check him out and sub to him as well. I have a couple other quick announcements. We did start doing our Friday show. We turned it into a podcast. It was I listened to it the other day. It was actually great. I loved it. I was laughing all over again just to be able to listen, especially comments from Gary that had me busting up laughing because I was able to remove myself and actually listen to it rather than being part of it. So that was actually fun. So if you like podcasts, go check that out and you can listen to this. And then definitely go check out our Facebook page. We're definitely a little lower on the numbers tonight than we have been in the past. I think that could be just from the confusion of jumping into this channel instead of being on my channel. And then just we've got new people just jumping in just fairly recently, and now we're just about ready to wrap everything up.
All right, I got one.
You got one? Okay, go ahead, Gary. I forgot to go back to you, man. Sorry.
Everybody's got to please go check this guy out. Don't have very many videos. I don't even know. He might have 1 or 2. It's Jeremy Edwards. He's been on my show a couple of times, my live show, Late Night with Noob, or whatever the hell else I call it. He's a real cool dude. Loves these freaking comic books. Loves Funko Pops. He's just a good guy, good-hearted dude. And so I would just like for people to... He's got 31 subscribers. But, I mean, he's just a real all-out nice guy. And I would just like to, try to promote his channel. So I might even, give him a shout-out on mine. But he's just a real good dude, man.
Yeah, sorry, comic book villain. Vince isn't here, and it's been kind of a slow night, and we got a lot of other stuff going on too. So it wasn't that as long as it has been in the past. So we're shooting to right about 45 minutes right now, and I think that's kind of where we wanted to be able to end it tonight. But we can go ahead and end it with one more contest here. So let's go ahead and do. I know we wanted to give Walking Dead 156 away. So why don't you, in the comments, if you want Walking Dead 156, who is the big bad villain from issue 100 on? This should be a pretty easy answer for anybody who's been watching the TV show or reading the books. Negan, British Geek Guy, you've already won one, so we'll go ahead and give it to Great Legend. He jumped in there. Great Legend. Or Walking Dead 156.
Negan was coming at somebody live in that issue.
Coming at you live.
So, thinking about that, gosh, dang it. I keep calling you Vince. Gary.
Haven't called him Kirby yet. What's up with that?
No, I know.
Hey, look, Vince, like, he is thinking about you so much. He's going to be laying there tonight, holding his pillow. Going, oh.
No, I'm beholding the box he sent me. That's what I'm be doing.
Yeah,
I'm beholding that box, thinking of Vince.
There you go, Vince. He's going to be stroking your box tonight, thinking about you.
It's my box now.
Thank you for filling my box, Vince.
This conversation is...
Fill me up. Fill my box up, Big Daddy.
He'll be laying in bed, holding the box, lighting up the cigarette.
I'll send a I'll post that on our private chat later on. I'm not going to post it here, that's for sure.
Was it as good for you, box, as it was for me?
But I tell you what, I knew this. He did send me a crap ton of Gru comics. I didn't have very many of the Marvel. Dude, he sent me, there easily has to be over 100 books in there. So I'm going to be definitely bagging and boarding tonight, thinking about you, Vince.
Cool.
Not bagging it. Not bagging it, Gary.
That bitch.
So, now I totally lost my train of thought. Oh, that's what it was. Gary, do you have any news or updates on the auction or anything for tomorrow night? Do we have any sellers? I haven't seen a whole lot of posts on there regarding that.
No. Actually, no. I have been super busy this week. I'm sorry, guys. I feel like I let people down. I've just had a lot of stuff going on. Comic Noob a little creepy tonight. Shit, I'm a little creepy every night. Where you been? But it is what it is. You know,
he doesn't know you very well.
No, I mean, just in case you don't know, I mean, they did make a damn comic book after me. They just don't know it. It's even in the state where I live in. You know what I'm saying? There it is. Ta-da! Look. Anyhow, everything's still supposed to go on tomorrow, 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I don't know what we're going to do right now. I was going to ask you if we can discuss it off air or here. Big Bear is going to be with us. He's already made a video. He's already advertised, the books he's going to do. I'm not sure who all else. So after this show, please, guys, if anybody's watching, gals, whoever, let me know who that says he's in. So I need to get that shit together. It's going to be tomorrow at 10 p.m. Eastern Time. With the way this is looking, I don't know if we need to do it on here or do it on mine one more time until we get this built back up. Maybe do it next weekend.
Yeah, I think we definitely need to plug away at this channel here too. Remind people, hey, this is where it's going to be. I've been trying to, put posts and put links on the Facebook page. And I'm going to be doing another video probably tomorrow morning, and I'll definitely say, hey, auctions, on this channel over here, and definitely come back over here. If you have any questions, get a hold of any of us, and we'll point you in the right direction and get you a link to where it's going to be. So
I should be doing it.
Sorry, Midwest. Go ahead.
I'm gonna be doing a video or two this weekend too, and I'll be pushing this channel.
Okay, cool.
Huey, do you want to do the auction on here tomorrow night, or do we need to do it on my channel? Or
I thought we were going to do it on here. Did you have the login info, don't you?
no, but I'll get it when we get done. I just didn't know, because I need to make sure everybody's going to be on this channel, and
Blasted or Stash It T-shirt. What the heck is Bruce? Bruce is saying Blasted or Stash It T-shirt, guys. I don't know what he means by that.
He's telling us we need to get some Blasted or Stash It T-shirts.
Vince was actually talking about doing that, getting us some T-shirts to wear if we go to cons or whatever.
We can neither confirm nor deny.
Yeah.
Yeah. We will do it here. We will do it here. The comic show will be here. Fucking silent. And, the fucking Blasted Auction show is going to be right here. That's the name. Ain't no silent shit. I hope you guys agree. Sorry. Blasted Auction show.
So Aim High is saying, please do it over here. David Benavides said he would order a shirt. If we had a shirt made, that'd be pretty sweet, dude, to have him get out there. So anybody else who has, or they're selling books, if you're going to make a video on what books you're selling, or if you're going to make a video in general, make sure you put a link into this channel here so they know where to go to buy those books too. So I mean that way it I won't say burden, but it puts it out there for everybody else to say, hey, you know what, come here to do this. So I think that'll work.
And definitely, if you do a video, post it on the Facebook page, because I do notice the Facebook page is very active, so it'll get noticed there.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. So I think with that, we will go ahead and close this evening. Hopefully, we will get Vince back next week. I know in 2 weeks I will not be here. I will be at Boy Scout camp getting eaten up by mosquitoes. So that's my joy for the week. But Vince should be back next week. I don't know. We haven't heard any news on Kirby yet. Mike will be back next week, unless he runs off with Harry Styles from One Direction and he elope and he breaks up with his wife. I don't know what his plans are. I mean,
with his little Spider-Gwen Funko Pop.
You notice he doesn't show that one side of that room, right? He doesn't show all his One Direction stuff over there. His One Direction dolls and all that stuff. So he's probably going to kick my ass as soon as he sees this video and me reaming him about One Direction. But so that's it, guys. We'll catch you guys next week, same time. This channel, new channel. So that's it, guys. We're out. So Huey out. Gary, any last words? Peace. How about Paul? How about you? You're muted.
Peace, everybody.
All right, we're out, guys. Take it easy.
You're muted again, Paul.